¿Sí? Vámonos. Hola. Otra vez. Estamos con las historias. Hello. Well, tonight again, stories. Two of them again. The first one is called Sugar Beets, a sweet memory. That day, the tin bath could not be used to let me splash in it. The air was filled with a strange, somewhat nauseating smell. My mum and Granny Marguerite walked around with happy, rosy faces, peeping once in a while in the bath that stood precariously wobbling at the stove. Mum picked me up, lifted me high so I could peep into my bathtub too. It was filled with ugly brown cuts of sugar beet, a wonderful present from the farmer's family from the countryside where I was born. The house was warm all day. The stove remained fed with wood, even though it was nice and sunny outside. Mom explained that the roots and cuts had to cook so they would leave us their sugary syrup, a luxury I did not know until then. I remember I was amazed and slightly disappointed that from so much beet, so little syrup remained. Hardly a centimeter of thick, sticky, light brown fluid made my mother dance with joy, and Granny too. Again, she lifted me, and I was allowed to stick my finger in and suck it clean. My first meeting with sugar was pure bliss. We also had to eat the pressed, dried pulp that Mom cut in tiny pieces like biscuits. That tasted horrible, but filled the stomach. Much later, when I cycled to the Lyceum and past the sugar factory, the faint smell of extracting sugar from the beets reminded me of this day, our own joyous sugar winning. The next one is called Real German Sweets. It was the first time I saw my mother so angry. Don't you ever accept anything from the Germans, she said, and it seemed that her nose went upward and the color of her eyes was suddenly darker than before. I did not understand what she said to my Aunt Louisa, but from the tone of her voice I knew she was furious. Later I learned what she said. First they steal everything from us, and then they try to wiggle information out of my little girl, offering her confiscated sweets. Damn them! Oh, I hate them! And then she stomped away. What happened was that I came home after meeting a German soldier in the street in front of our house. I had my mouth full of a very red toverbal. Literal translation of that is a miracle ball. And I showed it enthusiastically to my mom, saying, "Look what this nice man gave me, Mom. It changes color when I suck it. And he said it is a real German sweet. He asked me where my papa is, but I don't know." Do I have a papa, Mama? When the war was finally over, I met my father for the very first time. He was kept from me for years to protect us both. Okay, those were the two for today, dear friends. Got to leave you. We are a bit in a hurry today. See you later, tomorrow I hope, for another two. Adiós, mis amigos, otra vez. Estamos un poco en prisa hoy, pero mañana volveré con dos más historias. Adiós, si Dios quiere, hasta mañana.